Hey everybody, and welcome to the Let's Make an Animated Movie in Blender 2.8 stream. My name is Cedric and we are live, I hope. Yes, we are live. That's good. Wow, everything works from the first time. That is amazing. Just have to check. Yes. Alright. Gonna put my music a little bit more silent. Today I'm listening to Lord of the Rings music and ambience. Like music from the Shire. A Peaceful Night in Bag End, it's called. It's by a channel called Ambient Worlds. You cannot hear it because of copyright stuff, but if you want to listen along, just look that up. Then you have some relaxing music during this relaxing stream. How is everybody doing? I hope at least, that my chat this time works. Whoops, no. So I'm gonna check that. So we're now, so I am live. There's still this weird communication thing happening between OBS and YouTube, where it doesn't really start the scheduled stream. I think it is weird. They're both trying to take over, like controlling the title and the description, and it kind of clashes in some information. So I need to check to fix that, to actually simplify OBS and let YouTube take the steering wheel. But yeah, we'll get to that when we get there. So let's get to the gist of it. So last time I went off, we kind of started making the block out of the Raincoat. I still have to make one version of that, and then we actually kind of finish this part of modeling, add some detailing. But you want to keep things kind of simple, modeling-wise. And then we can choose our next step, actually. Alright. Just gonna go to the dog for a second, because like seeing him now, it kind of helps, like leaving it for a day and then coming back and seeing some stuff that should change. Like, I'm trying to imagine when his eyes open now. Eyelids feel a little bit too bolted. So there we go. Too much outwards, I guess. It's the correct term here. Oh, something weird's going on here. What is that? Oh, it's because my... No. What is this happening? Why is there a seam going over my entire model? It is stitched. Ah, merge. Whoops. Did I uncheck that? Okay, so let's go to Raincoat. Let's actually increment, save, and delete some of the mess we have here. So we can delete this block out, we can delete the drawings. I'm gonna decrease my music a little bit more because it's a bit distracting. Yeah, we keep this. Let's put this in another collection. Let's call a collection like hair clean. Well, hair Bezier. So that's still with the Bezier curves, right? So we can still access that. And then we go to that hair Bezier, and then just disable it. I like the collection system. It's pretty handy. So now the question is, am I happy with his hair though? Yeah, I think I am. Because last time I was kind of worried it was a bit too anime-esque, but I don't know, it's fine. It's stylized, it's not too hard. And we'll fix issues. We can still like model a bit more once we start shading and we see that needs a little bit more help. All right. So yeah, let's go in here. I actually want to apply one level of subdivision to this, so we have a little bit more to work with. So, I'm not sure if to apply the solidify yet. I'm not gonna apply the solidify yet. So no, apply subdivision. Of course, we're gonna have some issues here with our mirroring. Like, you could also solve this by just, yeah, let's do that. Wait. So let's, because otherwise it's gonna be too much of a hassle. Apply the mirror, apply the subdivision, but then go back into edit mode and delete the left half again. Because we're gonna still add some, we could use the X mirror for just modeling, but since we're gonna add some detail, I think it's best to do it this way. Let's see if the chat works actually. Somebody here, can somebody chat already? Wait, I can. So if I chat, I'm chatting to myself. This is the pinnacle of my stream. Hello, Banda, it says. And yeah, it comes into OBS. That is magnificent. So it works. All right. Kind of see here that we kind of on this art. Oh yeah. Oh, that will be fixed later. Let's fix it now actually, because yeah. So we use the bevel tools for the hair. So we're just gonna hide the objects here. So basically what the bevel tools, or well, Blender generates is like a separate floor, I guess you could call it. Like this is separate from the curves. So we're actually gonna delete those. So we're just gonna select them where we find them already. So we still have to actually, this is, oh, okay, so we can convert this also to a mesh. Forgot that last time, I guess. Okay, yes, that's fine. So select all of these. Just Control L already. Oh, we selected one too many here. That's this one. Yes. You already deleted. No, wait, you deleted some hairs. How did that happen? Because I still have some things selected here. Okay, let's do it again. Like this. So I need to delete it. Poof, poof. Because it's not necessary. Just gonna be in the way. It's a bit messy, the hair at the moment. We can maybe come back and clean it up a little bit. But also, let's see if that's really necessary. There's one here. So one here. Nope, I was wrong. Can actually check this by selecting the tips of the hair. Press Control L. That would actually be a faster method to actually just select the hair, all the hair strands. Check if we didn't forget anything. Press Control I, X, faces. Oh yeah, let's put on my screencast keys. There we go. And I also forgot to adjust my mouse for hello Ice Driver, found these really interesting so far. The picture change for the videos threw me off. Yes, so I made them I made the thumbnails a bit nicer, made the titles consistent, actually made a playlist of them so that people can maybe find them better. So my apology if this threw you off, but yeah, it was kind of a necessary change to kind of clean everything a little bit up. So yeah, my apologies for that. So we can kind of fix the hair. So we're gonna press Alt H. Oh god, this is still here. Oh, we see that still the sculpt is here. I'm gonna keep this for now because this can get me some reference of what I'm still missing here. Yeah. although that's fine. Okay, so the raincoat. We are gonna add a solidify again. Make this about, how thick is a raincoat? Like, let's say 3 millimeters. Yeah. Oh, I'm not actually. How big am I modeling? Am I actually modeling to scale? Let's see here. 1.2 meters. That kind of makes sense, sure. Wait. Oh, that's my 3D cursor. I'm not looking at the item. So he's 2 meters big. That's a little bit big. So I guess should be more like. Yeah, because maybe we just want that to be. I'm just gonna go to my modeling layout because I want to check some stuff. I'm actually gonna align things already to the floor and stuff, so just gonna gently push it a little bit up and go to my vertices. Select the vertices that are supposed to be on the floor. There we go, I think. And then go to global Z0 and SZ double Z smaller is 0. Now we have him beautifully on the floor. I think we already did that with the dark. Yeah, looks like it. I'm kind of noticing now that his back paw is a little bit thin. A little bit thicker. Yeah. Okay, so the bootleg modeling. I was afraid you had deleted them. No, I didn't delete them. Nah, I would never do that. No, they're still on the channel. They're now in the playlist. I also shared it with the Blender Facebook group now, so they can find us. So yeah, so I'm gonna reconstruct this edge a little bit. Like this. That's fine. So now if we subdivide it even more, we kind of keep that corner. I guess we kind of need to pull the hood a little bit over his head. Looks like a tiny Organization 13 member. Okay, let's look up some raincoats. Oops. Raincoats. So we are gonna add some detail to this in the model. Although, like, it's a good thing to check what we're gonna add in texturing and what we're gonna add in modeling. So, I guess there's the issue of having. Oof, this is also gonna be hard to animate. Also, although I guess we can delete them. We can make them very small. Yeah, the thing I'm talking about here. So let's not cap fill. Put this on 8. So I want to add these small strings to the raincoat. I'm gonna make them very small. And then how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna extrude just a little bit down, scale it down, more up, and then just a little bit more. So we have an extra edge there, and then just my screencast keys crashed again. There we go. Then what I'm gonna do is actually select these ones and make them a little flatter. So now we kind of have this thing, and it should just go into his. Let's align it. Do like this. No, rotate. There we go. That looks kinda fine. We can use a mirror modifier on this. Alright. We can already, yeah, I guess if you join it now, this would look weird, but yeah, and this is actually something I learned as well. You want to check not to create too thin of details on something like that's stylized to be a little bit broader. So I'm just gonna select everything here. Just gonna press scale and then Shift Z twice. Then I can actually just scale this in the Z-axis. Then I want them hanging down, so I don't have to worry about. But there we go. Yeah, that looks nice. All right. Right. I think maybe it's a little bit more like this. Although, big book package. I would like to know if you care to join me on an adventure, or something in that manner. Do you mean to wish me a good morning, or just stating it's a morning to be good upon? I love Gandalf. Hey Zinmi, that's a nice looking model, man. What was that scroll thing that you just did? Oh, do you mean the this thing? It's if you have your proportional editing on, and you move, you can actually scroll to increase or decrease the influence of your proportional editing, if that is what you mean. Yeah, so that's that. Wow, the stream is going really fast in delay. No 10-second delays anymore. That's nice. Maybe because we're directly streaming to YouTube again instead of going through another service. Yeah, technical details. Should we add buttons? I think buttons are easier than but nah, that's set for texturing because it's a small detail. Yeah, let's be lazy instead. Maybe one thing I'm just gonna try real quickly is just delete these vertices. Yeah, that might actually not be a bad idea, and then just pull these ones from again. So now we kind of have this edge where this can stick out, kind of. So it looks nice. Bit of a detail. Oh, and make that even broader a bit. I know, right? Twitch is so much slower. Well, I don't know actually. Like, I guess. Yeah, I think Twitch and YouTube are kind of big competitors now. That was kind of actually, I don't know if you guys noticed, but YouTube almost bought Twitch, but then they were prohibited. This, like, the one time I noticed this law being in effect, because this law always fascinated me. There's an international law that states that you cannot buy yourself into a monopoly. So YouTube wasn't allowed to buy Twitch because then they would have a monopoly on video streaming. So Twitch needed to exist to actually pose a competition to YouTube to keep the market competitive. And that is so weird in some sense, because it's like, yeah, they were not allowed to create their own monopoly. Also, Julie's apparently watching. Hey, Julie, how you doing? So let's see here. I think we're kind of ready to make the other version. If I... Yeah, this looks good. This looks clean. Yeah, okay. So now we're just gonna... I'm gonna parent this so we can actually move around the jacket by its own. Then I'm gonna duplicate them. And then we're gonna name this. Maybe we can just... I cannot join this, right? Let's not join. But I'm gonna name this jacket hooded. Oh wait, before I do that, actually, wait. That is... I have two, right? Yeah. Let's actually put the origin of this to the world origin. So I'm gonna do this for all the objects, by the way. So I'm gonna press Shift S, and then cursor to world origin, and then I press W, set origin to 3D cursor. Yeah. So that way, if I move it and I press Alt G, it just pops back into what should be the model's origin. I'm gonna do the same for him because he's still oriented around his head. I still think there's some scaling things. So I'm gonna apply the scale, and then I'm gonna also press W, set origin to 3D cursor. And now so now if these two are moved around, and I press Alt G, they both pop into place quite nicely. Twitch incorporated curse? I don't know what curse is actually. I know Microsoft now came into the mix with their mixer. That was a nice segue into their company name. So I'm gonna duplicate this, and one of them I'm gonna put back. We're actually gonna make the hooded one, where the hood falls off. Oof, it's just gonna look messy at the beginning, but yeah, but I guess Twitch is trying to do something about losing their biggest streamer. And I don't really follow Ninja, but god damn it, can I not? Huh. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna look messy first. Gonna try and... I know what I'm gonna do. I'll probably just move it and smooth it out a little bit. So just move this down. Down. There we go. I'm going to sculpt mode. And smooth it out. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot easier. Just gonna grab this here and put it back. Alright. I go back to edit mode. Now we see that our topology is kind of fixed. I'm gonna make it round again though. But yeah, we kind of want to have this fall off. Wait. That is on, right? Oh, god. Just gonna do the same thing again. We're just gonna kind of move it into position, and then I'm just gonna sculpt. I could have modeled so modding WoW, Minecraft, and all the popular games. Oh, okay. So they incorporated that as an extra feature, I guess. Also, if somebody can tell me how to mod Minecraft, it would be nice. Yes, I play Minecraft, I admit it. I'm not ashamed. The only reason I'm saying this is because in the background now I have the team of Rohan playing from Lord of the Rings super epically. So we see that we're kind of creating these stretched. So I'm gonna try and kind of sculpt this out without losing too much. Maybe, where am I? Oh, here we go. Use the inflate brush. Let's grab brush. Come on. So that could use some cleaning up. I'm actually gonna manually try to fix these edge loops. Relax them a little bit. Right. Do the same for these ones. Smooth it out. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit, I mean, oosh. So kind of a stretched. How to fix, right? I have a lot of them bunched up here. So I guess we can kind of hard force them over here. And then do the same. Wait. Then maybe if I now let's go into wireframe mode. Put X-ray on and actually see what we're doing here. Can actually just do the grab brush and get our topology over here. So we have to do this in small increments because yeah, you see why. Yeah, Zimni, good luck with your practice. I see you got some nice visual procedural texture and shading subbed and saved for later. Thanks. Yeah, see you around. And good luck with your practice. Practice makes perfect. What is it? The 1,000 arrow rule. If you want to become good at archery, you have to shoot 1,000 arrows. That's like kind of like put 1,000 hours in something and become an expert in it. I'm not sure if I have 1,000 hours in 3D. That would be maybe a little bit of an X. We call it. Oh, no, I didn't want that to happen. Just want to smooth things out here. I love sculpt modeling. Since I found it out, like, since I did not, I guess, limit myself to model in edit mode and only sculpt in sculpt mode, like it made my modeling workflow so much easier. Yeah, definitely. Just gonna. It looks good. Go to solid mode. A little bit smoother. It doesn't have to be the smoothest of all, right? Still folding, so maybe we should pull it a little bit more down because then it really looks like it was this big hood, right? You can take some artistic liberties, but you know. Okay. Is this still rotated or what's happening here? No, this is all fine. This is all fine. I should actually do something about you, right? So we're gonna go bring you up. Wait, what am I doing? I should just do this. And set origin to 3D cursor. Alright. You're also nice now. Okay, good. All right. So let's see if we can add some details to the boots that don't look too out of place. Rubber boots, kids. I guess. Nah, it's more texturing. This is a small band up top, maybe. A lot of these children's boots have this and here, but I guess that's more texturing. Pockets to the raincoat. Could be a nice detail, actually, to maybe break the flatness of this a bit. So yeah, let's go back to raincoats. Actually, I think the only thing I want to add in modeling is an extrusion here. Oh, I still have mine, so there's one. I guess just Shift D to duplicate them. Increase the size a bit, just to break up the mesh a bit. But I'm gonna because now in edit mode you can also like. Mike Myers, greetings. How are you doing? Looks great. A lot to do. So, if this was client work, how much would you charge? Just curious. It really depends. Because it depends on a lot of factors actually. But I kind of want to be honest with you guys. So, behind the scenes, I charge per hour. So my freelance work is charged per hour. But when I go to the client, I charge them a flat fee for product. I just calculate how many hours it's gonna be, like the maximum amount of and then if it's less, I say that this is the maximum it can cost you, because you also have to check review rounds, clients coming back with like, oh, but can you change this and this, and that happens all the time. So let's see here, 1, 2. Which is sometimes a bit annoying, yeah, but kind of just like split crease, no. But yeah, it depends on that factor first. So let's say this character took me like, what now, 9 hours, 7 hours. So normally as a freelancer, you would, like a junior freelancer would charge about 40 euros or $40 for that per hour. So you would charge 320, but let's go on the high end because I mean this is just modeling, like 480 to 500 euros for a character. But I would, because this is like a lot of experimenting, like a lot of trying new techniques, mostly I will charge for a character, like if it's simpler for a marketing campaign or something, like 400, 500 euros for a complete character with a base texture. So that doesn't include shading and stuff, because I just deliver them the FBX file or OBJ file and stuff. Sometimes I will charge more or less, also depending, because I'm also part graphic designer. And what that entails is that I will charge more or less depending how big a company is. Because obviously if like Pixar would ask me to make a model, if you know that a company like Pixar needs you, you know you can charge a lot more. think there's a great video somewhere about that. But that hasn't kind of transferred to the 3D industry, whereas there's not a lot of 3D freelancers that like understand the business side of things, which is like it's fine, right? And I know a lot of 3D freelancers that actually work more with partner parent studios that do the invoicing and all that business stuff for them. Because there's also another side to this where that's how much I charge for freelancer. Because it also depends, like, are you invoicing as a company? Do you still have to pay taxes? And that also depends on country per country. Like, for instance, most typically across all Western countries, if you have a company and you charge something and you invoice it, you get about 50% of that you can keep. Is hoodie gonna be dynamic, grooming for dog? So no, the dog is not gonna have any fur. I kind of said that in the beginning because I don't want to deal with fur. Blender already, the Blender animation studio already kind of proved that they can do that. I'm very proud of them. Where is it? Can help. Where's the? You can. So yeah, that's typically, but yeah, I mean, can't really put a price on it until you have like a full understanding of how big the scope of a project could be. So what I always say to freelancers is decide on your base price, and you can always Google this. I say, like, in most West European countries, it's about like 40 to 50 euros per hour. Maybe as a beginner, 30, 35. Yeah, because it seems like a lot, but it's about the same a company would have to pay if they take you in, and you would about the same keep that. You would keep a little bit more as a freelancer, but that's, of course, you're a freelancer, you kind of have to catch the time. You're looking for clients, communicating with clients, because there's not a lot of freelancers that actually charge for briefing meetings and stuff, because, I mean, I also don't do that. It's like kind of, so it's extra time you work that you don't get paid. So it's kind of to catch that. But yeah, but there's a bunch of stuff online about that. I guess the hoodie can be a little bit dynamic. You can add an extra bone. Actually, I can know it by the artifacts created here. But I know if I go, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, if you doubt how much you should charge in your country, you could always look it up on Google, what the fees for 3D artists are. I mean, I think that's why the economy sometimes, you can profit from the economy a little bit if you live in a country where the status quo of having, I don't know, I forgot the name of this, of having $1 or like something that equals $1 is worth more. Like, where living is cheaper and stuff, and you can be a 3D artist that works from a distance, you can actually make good money. On the other side, if you're trying to be a freelancer while living in a city like London or like New York or Berlin, you're gonna have a lot of a harder time. In most cases, you know how much time it will take, right? Yeah, so as a freelancer, you become better and better in, that was actually part of my job in the previous studio I worked. Is actually breaking down how much time something would take, from like, okay, how much model time does a box take to actually getting all this information together and breaking down how much an entire project takes, and then being able to calculate an estimated budget for that. So yeah, but always go for worst case scenario and tell your client it can, if everything goes smooth. Although I'm kind of careful with saying that to clients, of like, it can go down, because it's like then they expect it to go down. I only say that really like if I trust the client, if it's more of a like a client I'm already friendly with to some degree. So actually it doesn't look so bad, but still might add some edge loops to this to make it a little bit nicer. Just gonna put a little bit more in the jacket. Nice. And I might just add an edge loop. Like how sharp are the edges of a really sharp line, right? Because it kind of indicates how thick your fabric is, I think so. Especially if we're gonna do that a little bit stylized and shading wise and such. I kind of want that to be there. A little bit, a little bit more. Yeah, actually, going to sculpt mode, I kind of want to bring this a little bit more over the shoulders, I guess. Yeah, like that. There we go. And that looks fine, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm actually gonna copy these because I didn't add them on the full jacket. So I'm gonna Shift D to duplicate, separate the selection, gonna select it, and then I'm gonna Alt G on both of these, and then just join it, and then I can go here again, and there we go. One effect, what is it gonna be? Partly the rain and the storm, the thunderstorm, I guess counts as an effect. Wait, was there something else? Let's see. Let's go over the storyboards in my mind. No, not really. So we have him falling on the ground, so we'll also have some effects there where we see some leaves popping up or something. So yeah. All right, now kind of want to make the inside of his mouth and his teeth. Now that we're here, so I'm gonna just move this one also over here, so it doesn't distract us too much. I'm gonna add 2 shape keys, so the bases and key 1, and I'm actually gonna open his mouth carefully. So now he's like, "Hello, I am boy." Okay. So let's actually find some reference for this as well. I'm not gonna make the teeth too, because he doesn't really. Let's see here. What's it called? Teeth 3D reference. Let's see how it looks. We're going to wireframe mode. Actually disable X-ray. Oh, I'm gonna hide the hoodies for a second. And maybe also the hair. Yeah, okay. So we made a kind of small mouth opening that I can maybe make a little bit bigger. Like this, yeah. But it doesn't have to be much bigger. So we're gonna add a cylinder. I think 12 should be enough. Or maybe, let's go 16. And we're gonna fit the cylinder into his mouth. Oh. So that it forms his teeth. There we go. the teeth kind of form this shape. I think it can be a bit bigger. So we're maybe gonna go delete these vertices. What is going on here? Oh, I still have my normal thing on. That's why I was confused. And then you can kind of see with the flat shading like how his teeth are gonna look. Guess now he has kind of a hair lip, but that's maybe because I didn't open them out quite correctly here. Yeah, that makes more sense. I mean, it makes more sense if the jaw would also move. I guess. Yeah, like that. Isra, what drove your choice to post the making of videos for this project online? Well, the reason I prepared for this, the reason for my stream is twofold. First, I'm curious why I'm making the teeth like the teeth should be more like this. Just gonna disable this. Gonna check. Are twofold actually. So the first reason is I am much more focused when people are watching me work. So it's kind of to push myself. But the second reason, of course, is to share the project, like to teach other people, to actually let them see how I did it. Afterwards, also check on myself and get some feedback. The more you share, the better, I guess. Especially knowledge. Have you seen, Mike Myers asks, have you seen this epic video game cinematics by Blur Studio? Do they cost like $1 million? Oof, I actually know Blur Studio, or I know somebody who works there, I think. Not really sure. I should check my LinkedIn. I'm not going to tell their name though, because I don't want to start. Blur Studio. Oh no, I know where I know them from. Yes, they also made. They just got some Emmy nominations for the Love Death Robots thing, right? Yeah. Yeah. So Blur Studio. Oh yeah. They were in under League of Legends videos. That really. Most companies have people that just do cinematics. There are companies who specialize in cinematics. I mean, I worked in a studio that did just the lighting for the cutscenes in a game, in a AAA game. So there are studios that just do the lighting of cutscenes. It's really sometimes, especially in AAA where they have a lot of money, you kind of find the studio that really excels at one part. Or a division within your company, and you let them do it. Like if you've seen like Avengers Endgame and you wait for the end, if you see all the VFX artists, all the 3D artists that worked on a movie, how much companies? Like I know some people who worked on that movie, and it's crazy. But do they cost like $1 million? I would say no, not for like short cinematics. Because I mean, if you just Google, I like her this way too. I'm kind of curious at the moment because I hate this hair, but kind of has something with this hair too. Let's see. I would say you can look up most, by the way, if you're curious about the estimated budget for, let's say, let's say a Pixar movie, you can just Google it. So it's like Google Toy Story, for instance, budget. And if I check Love That Robot's budget, like 18, there are 18 shorts between 5 and 15 minutes. If you haven't seen that, by the way, on Netflix, it's amazing. But I guess they have a pretty high budget because also a lot of money goes into R&D. Because there's, I mean, let's get two other examples to make this clear. For instance, you have the new Pixar movie, right? Beyond, which looks amazing, but in animation style, it looks pretty safe. It looks like a Pixar movie. Yeah, it looks better with hair on. I agree. And then you have something like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Something like Into the Spider-Verse would cost a lot more, just because of the amount of R&D and amount of work they had to do to get that style right. But it totally paid off. It's like the best animated movie, in my opinion, like since 2000. It is so amazing, but just like the amount of R&D that goes into that, like R&D is, by the way, research and development, if that wasn't clear. But yeah, it's oops. What the hell happened here? Just relax. Ooh, that's not good. It's still correct, right? Yeah. Actually might just pull out lower lip a little bit and then sharpen that part just a little bit. It's a little bit more defined. I guess we could smooth it out. Hello? Where's my brush? Oh, Sculpting. And like you have to figure stuff out. You have to reiterate doing the characters and stuff. So there's so many factors that comes into how much the budget for something is. I mean, it goes from a range. I guess you could make a short, like a pilot, with a budget of $20,000. I guess if you have really talented and passionate people, just like paying them for paying them. I think only Netflix could give so much money for such project. I don't know. Like, I could easily see one of those projects also be funded through Kickstarter or similar platforms. I mean, like I said, it really depends on who is creating it and what the goal really is. Like, sometimes studios will give out how much something costs. Sometimes they will not, because of obvious reasons. Yeah, some nice lips. Yeah, so you could actually, if I pick up the Wikipedia page here, right? All animated movies budget. Yeah, list of most expensive. Like, if you just look at these numbers, like Tangled cost 260 million, Lion King 250, 200. But you have to calculate in, these are with like, a lot of stars working on it too. Like, each of them already gets paid $1 million and more, right? Because that also attracts people. But like Wall-E didn't have that, and it still cost like 180 million. So something we do in the industry is like check what What is Wally's runtime here? Wally runtime. An hour and 43 minutes, so that's wait, so now I forgot all those numbers. 180, so you have 180 million split through so that's 1 hour and 43 minutes, right? So that's, man, I'm so confused. Yeah, so that's 103 minutes. So that actually costs 1.7 million per minute. And so something that a lot of people do to check how much a production costs is actually check the cost per minute. Because if you do that run, then of course some shots are going to be more expensive than others. But if you have this average, you can check like how much production value something has. How long is your short run expected to be when you get done? So about the storyboard to the moon is about 2 minutes, but I checked it and I think I can already cut out like a shot. But we'll get to that once we get ready to the shot production part of it. So yeah, we'll get there when we get there. Oof, something weird is happening here. Okay. Right, just put up some of our music. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, it was originally planned to be 1 minute. It kind of dragged to almost 2 minutes because of the storyboard. But once we start like making the layout and seeing how the shots would work, we can maybe start cutting some, shortening some. But I mean, to give myself like the first and last shot are like 5 seconds each, where nothing really happens. So that's already 10 seconds I don't have to animate. But yeah, just going from 1 minute to 2 minutes can make the project a little bit more difficult, but we'll see where we go. So we're busy with the teeth actually. Then I got distracted with the mouth. I'm still gonna check And I googled teeth position and that was not good. Oh, that's what I need. Skull reference. So yeah, it seems about right. A little bit more forward. All right. If you did this, actually split this up. Select these two. Go inwards. Go outwards again. I think you can also like. Oops. Extrude this a little bit out. Alright. So now we have upper teeth and lower teeth. Alright. There we also just gonna extrude, right click, put off proportional editing. That's not gonna work, of course not. So I'm gonna select this, and bring it up, and the lower one. So that's correct, right? Nope, I did the opposite. So wait, let's first check which one this is the lower one. Okay. So go down. This. Now I'm having, yes. All right, that looks more correctly. And then I'm very simply gonna subdivide it. And we're gonna just put a small difference in here so we can see what we're actually doing. We just can give this a bevel. And I see that the bevel is kind of distorted. It's probably because we have non-uniform scale. So we're gonna apply the scale. Press Ctrl B again. And that looks a lot better, yeah. Yeah, perfect. I think they're a bit too not round. So let's go like this. Yeah, it looks a lot better. If you now open the mouth. Yeah, makes sense. Maybe the mouth should be a little bit more. Yeah. 1.7 million dollars. Have you seen anything by that sound on YouTube? No, I haven't. What is that? Is it a trap? That sound. Ooh. That is a creature designer. That actually looks interesting. Okay, cool. Thanks for the suggestion. We also made a short film. Nice. All right. Subscribing. Cool. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, that's awesome. Forgot where I put my music now. All right. So the second thing I want to do, actually, not to get too distracted. Actually, I want to increase this again. It's not too much. How about you make a premiere? Of course we will, of course. Once I start rendering and cleaning it up, I mean, you're still gonna go over the process of compositing and stuff. But once it's done, yeah, sure, we'll have a big premiere. I will be very happy if this project gets done. I'm saying if like this is the first project I single-handedly try to finish, so I'm just gonna make the tongue very straightforward. I'm gonna put it behind the teeth. I think that is. Oh, gonna align to the x-axis here. Actually, gonna disable. Yeah. Like this. Well, should do. I'm just gonna separate the upper and downer. So teeth lower and teeth upper and tongue. I'm just reading them. Going to bed, have to work later. Yeah, okay, Ice Driver, thanks for checking in, and see you next time. So I'm actually gonna apply the subdivision here. I'll actually apply it twice. Just so we can modify, like you don't want to be animating on two low poly meshes, because then it's just gonna, like you don't want the change between your low poly and your high poly to be too much. This is fine, the teeth are fine, but the tongue, like if you now start animating and like his tongue would shrink, that's not a good practice. I actually worked with some like I once ran into trouble with some animators who animated the characters just fine. They were animated nice, but they were animating on the floor that had way too many polys, and when it got subdivided, all the characters were floating in the render. So there's one crazy blender I follow. He made a long short completely in Blender. I am not even human. I think I know that one. Yeah. That's indeed crazy. But I think the downside, I mean, this was made by multiple people, right? Yeah, definitely. Oh no, it was completely done by one man. But I think the downside of doing one like so long is like you have to stick with it for so long. You can't really produce new ideas or produce new characters or go over. You animate much longer than you're modeling and shading and texturing. So like it's nice that he did this, but I think from a learning perspective, it makes more sense to make shorter shorts. But I mean, it's nice. Like much respect for the guy. And yeah, he probably learned a lot from it. So yeah, that's the trick really to. So I now actually have to. God. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So parent to object, and then yes, good. So now we have boy body with boy eyebrows, which we saw. No, it didn't go. Boy eyebrows, boy hair front, hair top, hair back. Hair back under, I don't know, and boy eyes. Yeah, we're gonna redo the eyes as well. But we're gonna start doing that in shading because modeling, yeah, is not that hard. But a lot of it will depend on the shading. Yeah, we want to do the same for a dog. It's gonna be a bit harder because I don't know how to do that. So we're just gonna go in here. I'm gonna reset this position. I'm just gonna Google dog teeth. .3D reference. Oh boy. So same thing I did. I'm gonna try to open the mouth. So I'm gonna put my 3D cursor here. Actually gonna select most of these words. Let's just select this face and press Ctrl plus. Rotate around 3D cursor. Yes. Go into side view. That's gonna be more like here. Trying to find the pivot point of rotation. It's actually way in the back here. There we go. Going back to bases. Because we have to model the inside of the move. Going to edge mode. Just gonna check where this ends. Like here, okay. Then we're just gonna extrude it here. I'm gonna bring this back to median point. And actually gonna loop tools. Relax. Is it gonna work? Skillsy. I have some problems here. This is a bit finicky, but I actually wanna turn this around. Okay. Yeah, that's correct. Just gonna eyeball it. Oh wait, that's not correct. No, this has to go down. Let's go up. This is also not correct, right? No. It has to go down, down. Now we're gonna relax this again. There we go. That's how you do it. I haven't saved in a while, have I? Saving. So I'm now gonna bring this back to the edge a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna bring this here. Give him a mouth. Man, this is going all over the place. That's yeah, 214 relax instances. I mean, you can actually just go to loop tools, relax, and put the iterations on 100, but we're a bit lazy, aren't we? And this makes sense. And then just go like to the back. I mean, you don't have to worry too much about this because I kind of want to have it for if we need it. Oh. Oh no. But he's not gonna really open his mouth a lot. He's just gonna show his teeth, and these are gonna be more important. All right. We're gonna go back to our key here. Now we actually see what the. Okay, we're gonna delete that key. Another shape key. Do the same things we did before. 3D cursor, put it up here. Select our face here. P a couple of times, and then actually maybe a little less. Yeah, that looks about right. All right, how do we do the teeth? Okay, so I'm gonna put the value of the shape to 1. And we're actually gonna make his teeth in, yeah, like this. I'm gonna model them. Let's think about this, because you kind of want to have consistent teeth. So there's one starting here, the fangs actually. You want to make them big enough. So that's, oops. Let's go to medium point. Let's make this smaller and rotate it. Right, and let's put a humidifier. My English is starting to fail. Does it make sense? Well, at the moment it looks more like a bat, but I'll add some more teeth. Because they also have teeth more inwards here. Like this. That looks like it kind of makes sense. I think this one go more inwards. Yeah. Man. I was like imagining like having 2 characters. When I started this challenge, I was like, okay, so I can make one base character and base a second character off of it. And then the random word generator came up with dog, and I was like, I don't know how to animate a dog. But yeah, it's a challenge. I love to challenge myself. It's like you learn stuff. Like, iterating a lot is so important for all aspects, actually. Like somebody, I once saw somebody like in a Facebook group, he modeled a car, and he said, wow, this took me about like 12 hours or something just to model the car. More reference, by the way. So these are actually more stump. Something like that. And go more forward. So you model a car in 12 hours, and then he said like, oh, I wasn't made for the 3D industry. This took me way too long, and I see other people doing it in like 2 hours. Like he took about like 30 hours or something. And I think he kind of missed the point, which I think I also commented to him like, yeah, no, the first time you'll make a car, yeah, you'll spend a lot of time on it. I think these have to be smaller and more inwards so that these teeth actually fit in here, right? So they actually go in like, yeah. That you know what? That's actually, now that I think about it, that the first time you model a car, it's gonna take yeah, 30 hours. But then the second time you model a car, you're gonna be like oh, you don't have to figure all that stuff out. You only have to figure out the new stuff, kind of. And that's the important part. Like, it's the more you do something, the better you get at it. Does this make sense? I guess this makes sense. That's what I got to earlier as well. You just have to keep practicing until not only the quality of your work goes up, but also the amount you can do, right? So let's see here. So now, somewhere around here, we also have a pretty big tooth. So I'm not just modeling it closed, right? So, like around here, and I think, yeah, I'm not gonna adjust that now, but like, I think it also needs to all go up a little bit, so. Like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm not just blocking them out, I'm gonna make them more teeth-like later. Maybe I want to rethink this loop cut, because I think it makes more sense if we're gonna do it later. Like, it was the first time, what I wanted to say now, the first time you model a car, it's gonna take 30 hours. The second time you model a car, it's gonna take about 18 hours. The third time it's gonna take like 10 hours. The fourth time it's gonna like 2 hours. So if you really want to model cars, model car after car after car and iterate as much as possible. And like, as well as making shorts or making characters, like reiterate. And of course, making a long animated movie is very good if you want to become an animator. Just gonna look at Bolt for a second for reference. And I see that he has a lot smaller teeth actually. There's still like... Don't overdo things. This. Maybe we can go in here. And, yeah. Push out more. A little bit bigger. Front teeth. Yeah, that makes more sense. That looks better. So, like, and also because a lot of 3D jobs in the industry are so specific, like, also, I mean, a lot of small studios are looking for generalists. But if you really want to work for those big movies, learn one specific field very good. Like, for me until now, that has been lighting and comp, but I kind of want to expand my tool set because it's also always handy to be a generalist in all fields. But do become proficient in one field, like, also that will kind of help your focus as well. Like, if you want to become a character artist, don't spend your constantly like animating them just because you want to show how good of a character artist you are. Just start making characters. Just gonna make some teeth here to see. And yeah, your first character is gonna suck and take forever, but after a while you become better. Just gonna cheat a little bit here. That's not really cheating, right? I think the lower teeth should be a little bit more inwards. Yeah. Maybe even make the fangs a little bit more apparent. Like, make these ones individual origins figure a little bit less obvious. Same with the lower teeth. There we go. Yeah, this still kind of looks a little bit separated, I guess. Because I guess it's because of the shape. Right, so we can actually link these ones up. Object data. Whoops. Oof. Oh yeah, because I applied the scale to these ones. It wasn't smart. Who is it now? Oh well. Just hide the dog for a second. I'll get this a little bit more in between. There's a little bit of tweaking, but hey. It kind of looks like they make more sense there. A little less crooked, a little bit more random as well. Yeah, let's keep it for now. I'll check later once I start rigging him. It's kind of hard to see now what will look cute and correct. Once we do him in a pose, a cute pose, then we can adjust the teeth further. Because I don't like doing guesswork. Guesswork is the worst, like where you're not really sure. Especially like with dogs, I don't know what's gonna look good. Like with the tongue as well, I know dogs have a very, very big tongue. So it's like, okay. I'm gonna make these more into squares, alright. Apply the subdivision. Put on the X mirror. I don't get why sometimes where's my X mirror? Like sometimes it's here, sometimes it isn't. Like the sculpting. Oh wait. Huh? So something weird's going on here. So if I go into modeling, into edit mode, there's the X mirror here. There's this extra bar. I'm in the 3D viewport. If I go into modeling, I don't have that. What is going on? Show tool settings. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. And we learned something new about 2.8 today. Like this. Yeah, let's just get rid of these ones. And then just make his tongue like go into his mouth, I guess. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Okay, sure. If I put this to 0, so just fix the teeth coming through the no. Alright. Huh. Okay, there we go. coming through his move. I'm gonna go like this. I'm also gonna go push them a little bit more inwards. Yeah. If you open his mouth, he has teeth. It's like, arr, 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 arr. That looks good. Okay. Of course, I didn't parent him. And maybe I should join these up for easier access. So I'm gonna select all the upper ones. Join these up. That's fine. Doesn't really matter where they oriented. Call this dog teeth upper. And select these ones. Not the dog. And call these dog teeth lower. And then go into the tongue. Call this dog tongue. I'm gonna select them and parent them to the dog. Right? So now we have waffle body of dog teeth, lower tongue, and eyes. Okay. Yeah. This is Raincoat hooded and Raincoat normal default, I guess. I can call this Raincoat detail. I guess so. Only have one detail. Call this the same. 0.001 doesn't matter. Yeah, all our naming should be correct. There we have it. So I guess at this point, modeling the characters is done. We can come back to this once we are texturing them and see that maybe it would look nicer like this or this or this. Maybe do even a reiteration of the dog, where he looks a little bit less like a fox, maybe, or something. Maybe you can do some lattices on him, play around with him, make his head smaller or bigger. Oof. Which makes head look scary. And be like, roar, roar. Let's do this quickly. All right. Hello, Dark Studio Music Songs Movies. How you doing? All right. Already, all right. Okay, so now we kind of have to choose what to do next. So I'm gonna save it. I think it would be nice to make the set next. Yeah. So I'm gonna go File Open. And we have our set hill block, characters block, boy model and such. So I'm gonna open this set hill block, where we see our storyboard still being active, and nothing else. But yeah, let's go to layout. Let's delete these two. Well, no, it's not, because I made these blocks. I think the dog is a little bit small now, but the human is going to be important. And I made the models based on these blocks, so we can keep them in as a reference, but I mean, we can just as well pull in the objects as a reference. I'm going to keep the storyboard for a second. Oh no, we already made a block. Okay, so I don't need... Actually, one thing I do want to change is the curvature of the hill a little bit. Yeah, like this. So it's a bit more roundish. Can we add another? How does this look in wireframe mode? Oof. Heavy. All right. So we can delete our storyboard. Let's just delete the entire thing. Delete our characters layer. Yeah, okay. Well, we can just delete these. We don't need them. Control Shift S to save as. And we're just gonna call this 04 set hill modeling. There we go. And saves. All right. So now I want to model the tree. So I'm gonna change some things. So I'll choose the world. Oof. Okay. So modeling a tree. How do we do this? We kind of already know what kind of tree. It was an oak tree, I guess, right? Was it? Oak tree. Yes. Maybe. Yeah. So it's gonna be a little bit more like this. If you check our camera. I want to zoom out a little bit more. This was more of a, because I had a reference images here somewhere, right? Yeah, so this one. When I'm looking at this image, I wonder how it, well, yeah, I see how it came there. Whoops. So I think this is gonna be more like this. But yeah, let's see where we go. So we have a couple of options when modeling the tree. Obviously we want to kind of go stylized, but it doesn't take away that I kind of want to do the leaves separately. So I'm not gonna make this like a sculpted mesh that looks like for a game asset or something. But because we're working with 3D, and we kind of want to have the animation of a drop falling down, so that might be a separate leaf. It might be easier to do actually with the leaves. So there is a plugin. Let's see here. Let's move on to the chat because yeah, it's still up. So blended preferences. I'm just gonna Google check tree sapling tree gen. Yeah, that's it. I'm kind of gonna just join these two together. No mesh dust to join. Wait, what's going on? Apply, join. Yeah. And I'm gonna go into data, visibility. No. Wait. Viewport display. Okay. It's kind of weird. I always expect that, like, well, I guess it's just another thing. Display as wire. So we just have the wire. And then we can actually go in and make a sapling tree. It kind of looks like it has the shape of this tree. I might not do this in the end and just model it from floor, but I kind of want to try it because it also generates leaves. So it might, here it is, sapling curve tree. So it might save us some time. So we have our thing here. So it created it. Oh, okay. But once I move it, I can't really, no. Can I not change settings once after I? No. Oh, that is a shame. Yeah, okay, so what we have to do first is with our camera is move down to that the origin point is where our tree begins. Maybe a little bit higher. All right, looks good. And then if we now make a sapling tree, yeah, okay, so that's good. So now how does this work again? Settings, geometry branch, oof. Yes. I worked with this once before, so 3 scales. So we first want to scale this up, obviously, to somewhere where our makes sense for our tree. Okay. Scale variation. I guess we don't want to work with that at the moment, so just put it on 1. Yes. Custom shape. I don't know, what does this do? This. Oh, shape, tent, flame. Oh yeah, okay, so these are the shapes of the trees. Oof. So let's see here. We have conical, custom shape, tent, flame, inverse cylindrical, taper cylindrical, hemispherical. I think the hemispherical is the one we want. Let's check. Spherical, reverse conical, custom shape, tent, flame. Yeah, so I guess we kind of want to have the hemispherical, so that's half a sphere. That's kind of how we drew it as well. Kind of just not put the curve resolution down for a second so you can see what's going on, because we need to actually have all these settings correct before we apply it. Kind of weird. So branch radius. So normally you can select. Whoa, okay, there we go. What is all this? Okay, so this is the root, I guess. The radius scale of the root. And this is just general. This is the ratio of how much it diminishes. I kind of want this to be like this. And the minimum radius. But I guess that's fine on 0.02. No, we don't want to close the tips actually. Oh, okay, yes, we can have the root flare. Oh boy. Taper. Oh god. Tweak radius. Okay, so this is the first level, this is the second level, yeah, and it goes only to the second level, so this will do nothing. Yeah, okay, I understand. I understand. Autobots roll out. What's battle? Oh yeah, that's so, it actually has a, yeah. Branch splitting. Oh god, this is where fun begins. So, we have to select the, oh. So we can have 3 levels here, which I think we want. Split height. But, okay. Okay. So these are the branches at the top level. Or, what the hell? I'm trying to find, oh, okay, so here we're getting somewhere. No. Oh no, I pressed Ctrl Z. So you cannot do that. Edit redo. But now I don't have the settings anymore. Well then. I'm going to try one more time. After that we're just modeling the damn tree. Pardon my French. So curve, sapling tree. Yay, all the settings are gone. So geometry. We kind of want it to the hemispherical. Good. And we kind of want to scale the tree up. Okay. Let's go here this time because I kind of have the feeling it's kind of what we have to do. Yeah. And then branch radius. Let's put up the radius scale. And we have a really thick tree. So yeah, that already looks a little bit nicer. Now we have our branch growth, I think. Yeah, so it's a down angle. We kind of want to improve that because we don't want a tree to be hanging that much. So if you put this to 0, it's all going to be all the way up. It's still like down angle variation. I kind of want to. Where's the ones for the other branches? Because curvature. Okay. So like this, and then still maybe like this. This one branch is annoying me. The rest is starting to look fine, but you can go like this, and maybe just a back curvature to go up actually, no, or down, or up, or down. Actually, I kind of think we want. What happens if you do this? Nothing. Okay, that is just great. Oh, length. Oh, actually, yeah, we want to improve the length a little bit. Man, I'm so. Oh boy. 0.1. Still nobody's hanging. Not sure what's going on here. Because. So if we go back to branch splitting, I think this is something to rotate angle. Yeah. We can actually rotate the entire tree here a little bit, or seems more like a random modifier. Outward attraction. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I want. Alrighty then. Okay, but if we go to branch growth now, if we, oh yeah, because we put this one so long, yeah. Okay, it starts to look like a very spooky tree. Let's just put the down angle on 0 for everything for a second. 0, 0, 0. And then we still have a lot of branches. The curvature. I just want a straight tree for a second. Just all the way up. Oh, okay, so it was the vertical attraction. Okay, yeah, that actually makes sense. So now we can start playing with these settings decently. Okay, so that's not gonna do anything. So we have a little bit of vertical attraction, right? But not too much. Yeah, like this. I think we can actually go back to geometry and make our scale smaller. Like this, yeah. Go to our branch growth. Look at it, we're learning something. And then actually press shift and have this length and this length a little bit less extreme, and maybe go back to geometry and increase the scale again. Okay, it starts to look like something. Just want to press this on 0 for a second. Oh, okay, so this is actually, wait, if this is just a rotation, and this should just be on 3, what am I doing, 384, 360, right? No. It should just be random numbers. I mean, this looks fine. Yeah, it almost looks exactly like the tree we want. Yeah. So now, leaves, show leaves. Now we need to get this correctly. Oh god. Hexagonal leaves. We have to add more branches to this. Right. I feel like this is something like, then only we will get realistic leaves. And then we put the split angle here on 20. Maybe I should disable leaves for a second, so it actually goes a little bit faster. I don't know. Why is it not making more? Oh, there we go. Let's press point 3. So I think this has to do with the splitting. Oh, yeah, okay, so I want this to be on 20 or something. I don't see anything. So kind of missing something here because we do want that tree to have a top part as well. I guess this is adjusting this one. Yes. Okay, it's gonna be a lot better now. What if I change it to 40? I'm just trying stuff out now at this moment. I mean, it starts to look nice. So we're getting somewhere. So the only thing, curve resolution. So I see some, oh, these are the branches. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I have to put a number here as well. No. So, This is okay, this is okay. Oh my god. I'm going crazy. Down angle. I guess 10. Oh, now they start to appear. Okay, but why isn't there more? I mean, we can make some length variation, right? Oh, okay, yeah. This is just starting to come really nice. Okay. But these small branches, what have I done wrong? So branch splitting, right? We have 20 branches splitting from each of these. Guess you can lower this to 5. Put this to 180, I don't know. And now to the traction to 1. Oh, maybe 0.4. Okay, yeah, kind of makes sense. That's kind of grabbing outwards. Okay, so now if you have leaves, show leaves. Okay. Leaf distribution should be, I guess, spherical. Leaf scale, yeah, bigger. Put it on 1. Okay. Leaf object. What do you mean leaf objects? They're planes, right? May want to hang them more down. Okay, that is something weird. I want to put this to 0.8 to make the leaves thicker. Okay. I mean, I guess this is why I need more branches to actually go over the entire tree. I guess we have to find another way for the leaves. Because I'm pretty happy with the tree. So I'm just gonna press enter or whatever. Or select something else. Gonna move this to block. Oh. Well, let's move the tree and the hill to a new collection we call model. Alright, and disable the block. Alright, let's move the camera to model. There we go. So we kind of have our tree now, which you can still kind of adjust. Go into here. Maybe I just want to adjust this a little bit to have more evenly distributed tree. It's pretty easy now. All right. I don't even know, like if I convert this to mesh, this will. This will be fun. Not sure this was the best way to do it, but we have a good base now. Let's try to find something for the leaves though. So I'm gonna just make a sphere. To make, first gonna try to make a bush of leaves. So we're making an oak tree. So I'm just gonna look up an oak leaf. Oak leaf. I wrote that wrong. Oak leaf. Yes. Yes, string fairy. We're onto the tree now. Exciting stuff happening. And we're gonna make a plane. Where's my plane? Hello. Okay, there we have a plane. I'm gonna make this roughly the shape of a oak leaf. So I'm gonna do like this. This. All right. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. People outside. Yeesh. The outside world. No, wait, let's wait for this. And let's bevel this. Wait, this is not good. What am I doing? Yeah, this is fine. And I'm just gonna go into texture paint. Let's see here. Add a base color. Okay, so you can see what's wrong. So I'm gonna go project from view. Go into view. Go into the UV editor for a second. And UV Pack Islands. Oof. No. I'm just gonna do straight. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So now we go back to painting. So we have our image editor. So we're just gonna go black. Make everything black again. Okay, good. And I'm really quickly gonna go. Oh, yes, here we go. Go strength. I wanna go white. Oh god. Common tools, flatten something. Space View 3D. This is one of the add-ons being a little bit ouch, I guess. Okay, but it doesn't seem to happen anymore, so we're gonna go yeah, I want unified strength. No, apparently not. Like I miss different kinds of brushes. Like a brush that is just, yeah. I'm just gonna draw. One other option I'm gonna enable here is, I think we can do options. No, symmetry X. So now, yes, very good. So now this is not like a final texture I'm doing. I'm just gonna go in here and try to make this look like an oak leaf. All right. Everybody okay with that? Okay, all right. So I'm gonna make this. All right. this. And then, yeah, have our stem here. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna save this texture because I actually animation project. Yeah, so I'm gonna make a folder textures. Go in here into leaf temp. There we go. And now in shading, I'm gonna go to leaf, and I'm really quickly, I'm not gonna put this in here, but in the alpha. Of course, for this to work, we need to enable, I'm gonna make the green for a second, I guess. Dark green, yeah. For this to work in the render settings, we actually need to enable alpha and Eevee. I'm not googling it. Alpha transparency in Eevee engine. It's a 4-minute video. Come on. Yes, yes. Oh, okay. It's actually preview? No. Surface. What? What is he doing? Oh, okay. So options. Yeah, okay. Settings, blend mode. Alpha blend. Yes. So now we have a yeah, very nice. I think we can maybe put the alpha in here. No, we cannot. It's color we need. Okay. Now we just made a simple leaf. I think if you go back to texture painting, actually make sure that all of this is really white. Go back to shading. Yeah, it's gonna look a little bit nicer. Okay, just because I want to test this out, if it works. So I'm just gonna single out these two items. We're actually gonna go to modeling, so you can see a little bit more, but we're gonna enable look depth view. So yeah, thanks String Fairy. Fun. So add a particle hair system. I'm gonna save because we're now stepping into territory where this will crash pretty quickly. Let me check. So I want advanced, yeah. Anyway, render as object, and then we want to select the plane. Ooh, actually alpha on Eevee works very fine. Like Cycles has, I mean, of course, Cycles is ray tracing, so that makes it a lot harder. But seeing this warms my heart. So we actually on the render don't want the emitter to show. So I'm kind of confused as why am I still seeing him. Is that an option that's not possible in Eevee? Okay. We'll just have to hide it with the leaves, I guess. Okay, so let's go to velocity. Man, this is... I do not like how they set up things here. I like the lighting on the leaves though. Object aligned to X. So we can actually, yeah, so that's what that does. Object velocity. Can randomize it. Yes. Okay. So I want to randomize it anyway. I kind of want to. It's a little bit longer, right? Apply the scale. Yeah. This has to look good. We kind of already have to get an idea. Maybe something that will help is if we actually kind of curve this a little bit. This will make it a little bit more. Yeah. So let's see here. Because now the lighting is kind of playing. So now we see it's just like going funky all over the place. But I think we can figure it in the shading a little bit if we pump up the roughness and put down the specular. But we kind of don't want that to happen, right? Yeah, I especially love the clipping. But I think we can fairly easily fix this if we, let's go back to the modeling one. Actually want to, yeah, there we go. So if we pull down the tangent, the laser kind of hang. So it's gonna kind of have the shape. No, we don't want to phase this. I kind of want to randomize it a lot more. Okay. Then under physics, you kind of want to add a little bit of Brownian because that just messes things up a little bit. We don't want any children. I think this is fine. If you now increase the size of this, I think the size of the leaves are okay. So then we just need to increase the size, the amount of our leaves till it's fully covered. So at 4,000. That's a little bit less. Let's test out like 2,000 or something. Yeah. It's kind of tempting to increase it in size, but we just want to try out the branch for a second. I guess this can work if I figure out how to make it a little bit nicer. Let's see, rotation. What can I randomize it a little bit? Just I can only phase in the other direction and then randomize them more in the other. Alright. Kind of brings, but then from below these, kind of weird. Kind of like if this smooth shading, yeah. Oh, that already fixes some issues. But then the popping, oh boy. Is this? Huh. Let's see here. Let's go less, because I kind of want to see. This is because of the alpha blend, right? So what if we go check? If you don't check the back face, I still have that issue. Screen space refraction. Yep. Pass index. Yeah, that's not gonna change anything. So we have alpha clip as well. Now we can actually adjust the threshold. I'm not sure. No. An alpha hashed. That's also gonna do. Oh, that's just for the shadow, yeah. Oof, no. That doesn't work apparently. Oh, but this does. Oh, look at here. That is much nicer. Oh yeah, now we're getting somewhere. So we want to get alpha hashed on the settings here. Kind of see some noise, but that shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. So now we kind of have a shrubbery. If you turn this around, it's kind of the perfect bush. If you go back to shading and actually increase the specular again and put the roughness a bit down, actually see how this starts to look. It's a bit early to start shading, but we're kind of doing a technical R&D here, so it's kind of fine. Yeah. Let's see here. Ooh, metron volume. That might actually be the best option, but then I need to disable the sphere. Render. Yeah, and this doesn't work. It's weird. Wait, does this? Let me save this. It's in view of my camera. Yeah. Okay. So if I pull this off and I just press render image, does it render? It doesn't render the sphere, does it? Wait, let's make this a little bit obviouser. 10 leaves. Render image. Ah, no, it doesn't. Okay, so it's not rendering the sphere. Okay, nice. So we can actually go ahead and go like 500 leaves or something. This is just very simplistic first. Let's try and get our sphere here about the size of where the leaf should be. So I'm first gonna go in top view and kind of align everything here like this, goes a little bit outward, and also, yeah, of course, in side view. So these are only gonna start here, right? So yeah. Oh man, if this works, I'm gonna be a happy man. Hallelujah. Like this, and now we're gonna just start doing things more in 3D. Kind of cheat our way. And I mean, if the basic thing works, then for the rest is just tweaking, trying to see if we can I'm just rotating this around, seeing if it kind of makes sense. Okay. So now, let's say 7,000 leaves, right? Let's see if this already makes sense. Render image. Ooh, this actually doesn't look bad. This actually doesn't. I'm gonna do a couple of things first, though. In the world settings, I'm gonna make the strength 0.2. I can actually preview this, right? Oh, I could give it a transparent shader. You are a smart man. Thanks, Ring Fairy. Yeah, sometimes we don't really think about what we're doing. Yeah, so alpha on 0 and make this alpha clip. Oh my god, thanks. Wow, yeah, thanks. So we're gonna add a sun in here. Oh, it's still costing a shadow though. But I mean, we can fix it as well, right? If we go in here, shadow mode, off clip, yes. All right. Oh my god, this starts to look amazing. Let's add some more. So I'm going to 14,000 leaves, which would be okay to render. Oh my god, this looks like a tree. Look at this. Just gonna put this into a new collection called tech. Okay. Gonna disable that collection. Okay. This starts to look like something. I'm just gonna give this a very base 3. And this I'm gonna make green. And let's go to our world. Let's make blue. Not too much, I guess. And make our sun. It's gonna be a little bit more intense, right? Strength 20 or something. Let's do strength 10. Let's make it a little bit warmer. I mean, this is not what our set is gonna need, but I'm just gonna check if the lighting works on it. Wow, it does. Look at this. Give it a mask modifier at the end of the stack. Ah. This looks amazing. I'm really happy with this result. I mean, it doesn't look as detailed as I mean, this is not gonna be our final product, right? Or it's just like, this is R&D stage. This is like really, of course, an important one is gonna be, does the tree look good from underneath it, right? Yeah, I think this is not too distracting to actually take away from yeah, this looks good. This technique could totally work. I mean, with some tweaking and stuff. But now we can in real time tweak these leaves, which is kind of cool. I'm afraid I will play around with this too much now. So I'm gonna make the front view because I already saw like this. I have the sun shine on it a bit nicer. And it's really nice to see how the light reacts. Add some bloom. Oh yeah, if you add screen space reflections, man, this really, yeah, this technique is totally gonna work. I mean, we got some interesting shapes here and there. And give the tree a little bit more depth. We go more inwards, outwards, inwards, outwards here and there. Yeah, it's really cool. This looks amazing. I might do a tutorial about this once I finish the tree nicely. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's see some other settings what we can do here. No, we don't want that. Extra, no. Hair shape, doesn't matter. Textures. Oh, scale randomness, yeah. Kinda want to add some randomness to the scale. Then of course pump the scale up a bit. Oof, not that much. So, and I would prefer the way I think Unreal does it is you just give a minimum and a maximum scale, and then you can see like, oh, there's leaves that are too big, pump down the maximum. Now you kind of have to guess. I mean, you don't have to guess. You put the scale in the middle somewhere of where you want it, and then the deviation. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, I guess, but. So let's go back to our rotation actually, and then the randomize, and put the phase on 0. Kind of want to check. And we had our Brownian forces set up here. Let's go, because I kind of want to go back to the beginning and check some settings. We had our tangent just our way down, right? Yeah, okay. Oof. This looks really nice. Maybe a bit too cartoonish, but... So yeah, okay. So decrease the tangent. Okay, now we can randomize. Alright. Now it kind of covers more from the ground. Try adding wind. Oh, I mean animating it? No, I'm gonna silence my music for a second again. Oh. I guess you have. Huh. Kind of want to... We are rendering a lot of leaves that we're not seeing, I guess. But what we can do... Gonna lower the tangent again. And put the normal velocity on 1. What will, oh, jittering will actually randomize it a bit more. Nah, let's keep it on 1. Distribution random. Let's see jitters. So we could do it this way. And completely cover the tree. So if we pull up the tangent a little bit more, we can actually do that, like this. I think, This also has a special effect. I mean, we can even drop down to 5,000 particles, I think, or maybe not. Yeah, okay, let's keep it on 14,000 then. Alrighty then. Yeah, I think it's too soon to actually define how this is gonna look. I'm gonna pump up a couple of things from the because now the inside is empty, which is fine. Let's see here. Oof. This is actually how it looks in the render. I kind of want to check something, so I'm gonna grab my camera and I'm gonna go to 180 millimeters. So if I add even more. Oh God. What the hell? There we go. So now this is kind of blurry. I guess this will be fixed in the render. Our current render time is 4 seconds. That's nice. And it's definitely less, still kind of soft. It doesn't bother me that much. Yeah, okay. But I am gonna say like let's wait and see what happens. Because also like now the tree's kind of big. One a bit smaller. I can already convert this to a mesh. Kind of sad, like if I do it this way, you don't see the branches and all that effort I took. No. But man, is this I'm lagging because yeah, obviously. I'm gonna keep the branches for now because you never know. I'm gonna make never mind. Okay, let's just leave it at this. I actually model the tree because I think this is not the best way to go for a tree. So anyway, we need what we would need, and we actually in the block did a pretty good job of defining how the trunk should look. Yeah, so I'm just gonna grab that and separate it and put this over to model, delete the block again, and put this one back to, let's see here, viewport display on solid. Yes, just kind of place this under the tree here. Okay, I'm just gonna hide the tree, and now we're just gonna let's add some circles. Let's say 12 vertices. Oh god, yes, and let's just, oh god, Alt O. Oh, I forgot to put my screencast keys back on. I am sorry. No, they're on. Weird. Crashed again, huh? Actually, I might want to subdivide this. Then loop tube circle again. Make a smoother circle. Just gonna go in here. Can I have this shape going on? And this shape. For now, pull this one back a little bit. This will be our two branches sticking out of it. You're just gonna fairly straightforward do this until it doesn't make sense anymore. Do the same thing here. Do the same thing here. That doesn't make sense. Let's align these a little bit more. Yeah. So that's just merge these. Voila, that is fixed. No, it is all vertices. There we go. Then just connect these two up. And then just see what makes sense. I think if you just do this. Yeah, that works. So let's keep that consistent and delete this edge maybe. Go here. Two more. And then fill up this edge loop so we have it goes around. Good. No, it's not gonna make sense. Yeah, I mean, we're not restricted to the shape at this point, so let's just make it a little bit more logical. There we go. There it goes. Now we can just loop tools, relax this, and maybe space it out a bit. Relax and space. So now we can just poof and poof. Let's see how this works. a little bit more up. Curve. Oh. Must be a little bit free here. I mean, it's a tree. I don't really follow laws of geometry. I mean, they do to some extent, I guess. But, let's make this make sense as a tree more than it would as a 3D object. Must think like a tree. Kind of makes sense, I guess. Let's add some little cuts where they make sense. All right, let's go to sculpt mode. Should actually look up an oak tree for a second. Oak tree, so we have some reference. Yeah, so they're very, very organic. So I might actually choose to do this with some Dyn topo. Oh yeah, okay, so we're not showing our thingy here again. Oops. How do we do this? View, tool settings, yes. Dyn topo. Yeah, so we're gonna just, I know we tried to make a good thing and all that, but I think it will be a bit more time saving if you just start sculpting in Dyn topo, because it's such an organic form. It's like, it's gonna make more sense. So all right, I guess this is where the dog was and this is where the kid was. So yeah, let's put our X-layer off here. Let's pull this out a little bit. Actually fit the inflate one. Put the strength way up. Don't want to wait forever until it inflates. And start making these branches going up. So let's see if the kid's hiding here. Either I can make this another branch, like that is a little bit more inwards where he's leaning against, or I make it fully hollow. But I think the latter makes a little bit more sense. Like that this is when it goes more inwards. Let's see here. Let's go like this. So one of these also. So they have branches that really go crush into the floor. Let's really spread them out a little bit and inflate them to redistribute. I should actually, what am I doing? Fall off. Let's pick this peak one. And yeah, there we go. That's a lot easier. Yeah, just, and then of course put it back. Then maybe have it curve a little bit. Trees do that. Trees curve. There we go. Pick our inflate tool again and have this go up. It's not that hard to sculpt a tree. There we go. Oh, that's a bit too much. Oops. Alright, we can go a bit more detailing. Where we will start actually. Putting some stylistic choices in there. You only want the lines in there that make sense and kind of show that it is a tree, right? You do want some lines in here, like following the stroke here. We're still kind of doing the shape, so I'm kind of running ahead with doing the texturing, I think. Let's just... yeah, this could be weird, but nice. Like something going in the tree or coming out of the tree. Makes sense. Trees do that. It's like I'm claiming stuff that might not be true. Trees are real. Hashtag trees really don't exist. Let's have a smaller branch here. Like rooting off maybe. With a curve in here. If that makes sense. Doesn't seem like it makes sense though. I'm trying to add too much stuff, I think. Yeah, definitely. Let's Control Z this. Yeah, this made sense somehow, I guess. Maybe we should also add the floor, right? And go a little bit up. Yeah. Go to sculpt again. That we have an idea. Let's turn off the outline here. Maybe add some cavity if we combine it. And turn on the Dyne Topo, but have smooth shading. And then maybe go into a matcap view of something tree-like. That will help. We could have another branch in here. Goes up like this. And trees are chaotic, so can have some fun with it. Just keep looking at your reference. What is happening here? Hello? A hole? It is a hole. How the hell did this happen? Okay. What we're gonna do here is select these verts, delete them, select this inner piece, delete it, fill this one up, and press Ctrl T to triangulate it. Then go into sculpt mode. Dyne Topo on. Just gonna smooth it up. There we go. Fixed. Kind of put this down in the ground. It's also like kind of floating still. Yeah. All of this. Yeah. Just pull it down in the ground. Kind of want parts where the boy is maybe a little bit hollowed out. Yeah, so the boy is gonna be here, right? Alright. And dog's gonna be here. add some stuff up top here. So now for like adding detail, I can just go like this. This one maybe look like a tree. I have to carve this out a little bit more. Let's see what we can add here. Again, like experimenting a little bit, seeing what we can do. Because the goal is to retopologize this, but maybe already have some kind of normal going on. Because although we go with a smooth view, we kind of want to have the texture of a tree in there. But I mean, I am going to add an image texture as well for just a normal map. So we don't have to do all of that by ourselves. We can already do it to some extent again, I guess. Go to shading. Let's already see how our tree looks. Oh. Let's go new. Let's add a base color of something dark yellow-ish. A little bit to the green side, yeah. You should also make grass look pretty, yeah. And what we can do, probably the roughness. What we can do is if we go to textures here. So I have my textures. Let's see if I have a tree texture somewhere. Yes, of course. Put it in here. Go to vector bump. Oh yeah, maybe before that, add a converter color ramp, and of course press Ctrl T. Let's see here, just generate it to this box. Blend it a bit, but it won't be really necessary. I think no, it's fine. We're gonna put the strength. I mean, it's that easy, right? Strength way down. Maybe the distance down with the strength up. And it starts to look like a tree. Can maybe also like put this in the color, I guess. Should really want to make it look realistic. I guess, yeah, so the distance is gonna help us to find more of these. It's not inverted now. These deeper parts. What we can do is actually, well, you see the color ramp here. Go like this. So we actually change it to B-spline. But I mean, I'm just checking if the tree's gonna look nice this way. Maybe, you know, put the scale down, not to have too much detail. And maybe we can use the same data to feed to our base color and actually have a lighter bark there. Something like this. This looks nice. Does it look good enough? Yeah, of course the bark and the leaves totally don't fit together because we haven't really decided on an art style, I guess. But I am going to give the leaves a bit more of a detail because it's going to fit the characters a bit more as well. Yeah, add some grass and stuff. That'll be really nice. I guess we can make that a little bit brighter. Make this black actually. Also makes sense. And if you go to the leaves, and maybe already, maybe. Gonna see if Blender is gonna accept this. We can already make our scale bluer. Oh. Yeah, let's go to render mode. I mean, this doesn't look really bad, does it now? It's just a bit too corally, I guess. Too much detail. If we move the bump map down, it's already improved quite a lot. And then even maybe make these like a bit more separated by color. Oh god. Maybe. It's a bit cartoonier, right? I'm gonna have the sunshine and do a little bit more on it. Actually, let's see what's happening. Let's put the scale. No, not sure. Should be fine. If we're gonna have night light, it's gonna be a lot different, right? Ooh, but this looks pretty. If we actually move the sunlight so we have actual shadows. Yeah, we'll have to increase the shadow a bit. Clip, and there we go. Let's cheat this away a little bit. Starting to get somewhere. Yeah, well, let's go back to modeling, I guess. Yeah, let's first apologize it and then check how we can add a nice texture. Next time. Because that's not something I'm going to be able to fix in 10 minutes. But something I can fix in 10 minutes, maybe. Maybe. Is, let me go to textures.com actually. So maybe check a more detailed leaf texture. Branches that are farmland, flowers, forest, leaves. Find our oak leaf. Oh. That is an oak leaf, but that is not a pretty oak leaf. Let's see here. Come on. Maybe this one. And can I just search? I can, right? Oak. Oak leaf. Yeah, there we go. Oh man, these are even 3D scanned. Oh. With a height map and a normal map. A roughness map. Holy crap. Yeah, okay, sure. Let's get the normal map. Let's look in here. Let's get the albedo and the normal map. All right, so we're gonna add those to our project folder. I'm just gonna put over here so you guys don't see my secret projects. Let's see here. Textures. So I'm just gonna pull these two textures in here. Because albedo doesn't have a mask, which is kind of a shame. Oh, there, alpha mask. Okay. We also want it here. All right. So if we take our plane now from our leaf, which we can hide in the middle of the tree, I guess. But single it out. Go to shading. Go to normal look depth. Okay. So change this to the UV editor actually. Yes, perfect. Now I wanna go to my project folder. Yes. Textures. So I have these three textures from textures.com. Hello. So you have the normal now. The alpha. Come on. And a color. So we first want to line this up with one of the normal leaves. Here's one. You can use different leaves after a while, I guess, but there we go. So I want to see this with the alpha. Yeah, that's basically perfect. I can do a little bit of stretching here. That won't matter that much. Just don't want any clipping happening. Okay. All right. So now we go color into our base color. We pick our alpha. No, that's not the alpha. Into our alpha. Very nice. And we have our normal, which we will change to color space non-color and put it in a normal. And now we have a leaf. Okay. Wait, I'm not doing the normal map correctly. I am. Am I? Normal map. Yeah, this is the same thing, but now we can actually add this, add or distract this, the strength. So now if we move to roughness, we can actually tweak this a little bit. Let's also not have this leaves being so. All right. And if we go out of here, you can see. Yeah, a lot nicer. Maybe I should get the roughness map as well. So maybe add a little bit more detail. So yeah, put the roughness map in here as well. And then have this just in the roughness. Yeah, I mean, no, but it starts to look like something. I'm gonna hide the hill for a second and just check the tree on itself. I mean, these might come a bit low at some points. Might omit a few of the character handlings, but that's easily fixable with our setup. You know what we'll do? We'll actually, let's unhide this. Let's actually move this to block again, yeah. Let's go file, append. Let's go to our boy model here. Object. It's kind of a shame that you don't see the object. Yeah, like in the correct hierarchy. That's it. So I have to boy bodies, boy body, and so the boy hair, hair back. I don't know why there's so many. Oh, because I copied it. Yeah. Okay. Sure. It's just the boy and dog. There we go. And actually, oh no, that'll be okay. That'll be okay. If we put the camera down here, like this, it actually makes sense. Oh, let's actually put it next to the tree, right? So let's actually make a basic setup. I'm also gonna use, although I don't know if I have good environment texture for this. Chris Bryant Park might too. Just to get a little bit more color information in there. Viewport display. Right. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Although it does matter. Overscan, transparent. Yeah, there we go. Let's see what happens if I render this now. Huh. So this is the progress of this week. We kind of have like the first tech test of our tree, how the particles are gonna work. There's still some work left, of course, to make it more look like a tree and less blob of tree, blob of leaves. Maybe we'll go with the volume distribution either way, so we can look a little bit more into the tree. But yeah, this is somewhat what we have now, and I'm kind of liking our progress. It's going forward. So anyway, while on the mark, I hit 3 hours of streaming. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this stream. I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna prepare dinner for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm probably not gonna be streaming tomorrow because it's weekend. Maybe on Sunday though, I might stream for an afternoon. And otherwise we'll be back on Monday. I'll definitely stream on Monday. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And yeah, see you next time, everybody. Please like and subscribe and all that beloodle. Press the bell button if you want to get notified. I'm also now, every time, an hour before I stream, if I'm sure I'm going to stream, I am going to put up a stream counter on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out how that still works. But if that works, you already get a notification an hour beforehand, and then you can check in when you have the time. Most streams are going to be around this time from 1 to 4 my time, so that's plus 1 Brussels time, so 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Like in September, they might be a bit later, I don't know. It's going to depend on all the factors. But thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a bunch, and I hope you enjoyed me. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.